just restart my clock so that it's running. Perfect timing. Okay. And again, the clock is just kind of running, but we'll start with just some little lying knee hugs. So just as you're laying here on the ground, just take one leg at a time and pull that knee up to your chest. And just taking some nice deep breaths. And then you can even start to kind of like rotate your...
Lexi, hi.
Oh my gosh, Lexi, not on the recording, what the heck?
I know, Sarah's an ass is late.
Oh, okay, it wasn't because I was unclear about whether or not we were even having a workout. Maybe I should send a morning reminder every day. Hey, workout.
I'm so excited to come.
Yay, I'm so excited to see you. We just started. Look, we're not even at a whole minute yet into the clock. But we're just kind of pulling our knee up to our chest, taking some deep breaths, doing a little stir the pot with your knee. Sailor's an axe. All right, on your next one, pull that knee up to your chest and then kind of like drop it off to the opposite side. And trying to keep your shoulders on the ground as much as you can. And then we're just going to hold here, taking some deep breaths. All right, and then we'll switch to that other side. Big knee hug and a twist. Oh my gosh, one side might be much tighter than the other, it turns out. All right, and then you're gonna take one leg and bend your knee and plant your foot on the ground, and then cross your other knee over, and then you're just kind of like rock side to side. Again, like kind of opening up your hips. And try to keep your shoulders on the ground as much as you can. And also it's okay if your foot is like rotating on the ground. You don't necessarily have to keep your foot flat, especially if your ankle doesn't really like that. It's more about your hips than your ankles. Okay, we'll switch sides. Oh. And as you're doing this, try to keep pushing your knee down towards your opposite foot. So you're really keeping your hips open here. Breathing is still important. Okay, and then just go ahead and hug both knees up to your chest. Oh, wow, my back is popping. I guess that feels good. Okay. Just a couple more knee hugs. Big squeeze. All right, and then we'll plant your feet flat on the... Oh, sorry, I'm not going to plant your feet. You're going to keep your knees bent and your feet out. And you're going to pull your shoulder blades up off the ground. And we're just going to do some dead bugs. Ready to go. Everyone's favorite dead bug. Just nice and steady, taking some deep breaths as you do it. We're going to go 10 more seconds on our dead bug. 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to stay up in this hollow position. We're going to extend your legs, extend your arms up overhead. We're just going to hold hollow. It's okay to bend your knees if you need to, but extending as much as you can. Keep breathing. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now you're going to bend your knees. You're going to come up more on your butt. Keep your feet hovered though. And we'll do our little Russian twist. Side to side. Now try to keep your knees together and your hips are square, but your shoulders are twisting. All right, 3, 2, 1, and now you're going to extend your legs. You're going to stay on your butt though, and then extend your arms up overhead here. So we're kind of in like a higher hollow hold on your butt. We're going to be here for 10 more seconds. And again, bending your knees might help, but you can keep them extended as much as you can. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and we'll rest. That was nice. Nice little burn. Starting to feel warm. We're just going to rest for 30 seconds and then we'll do it again. And by doing it again, I mean we're going to go back to the dead bugs. The dead bugs is the part that we're going to start back over from. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Dead bugs. So knees bent, alternating right, left. I guess alternating opposite right, left. Extending your arm and your leg. Trying to keep that belly button to spine. Also keep breathing. 10 more seconds for dead bugs, and then we're going to go into that hollow hold. 3, 2, 1. Arms, legs up, arms out. Hollow hold. Three, 2, 1. We'll come up on your butt. Knees bent. Russian twist. And try to keep your knees together. Hips square. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then legs extended, arms up overhead, holding here. Keep breathing. Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, go ahead and roll on over. And let's kind of do a little stretch here for 30 seconds. Okay, that was enough for that part. That was great. Wow, those hollow holds really just don't get any easier, do they? All right, 10 more seconds, and then we're just going to finish off our warm up with 1 minute of inchworms. In 3, 2, 1. So you just plank and then walk your hands back to your feet. And then if you want, you can kind of stand up. We haven't stood up in a while. Get a little stretch side to side. And then just kind of back into your inchworm. And you can get that nice forward fold stretch when you get your hands to your feet. Also, if you'd rather do that before you stand up or instead of standing up. But just kind of stretching out your hamstrings a little bit too as we do our inchworms. We're going to do 30 more seconds for your inchworms. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, grab a sip of water. Wow, that was a burner for the warm-up. I feel warm now. Okay, next we're going to do some Rdls with one leg. And so these will be just like our staggered stance Rdls though, as opposed to like balancing on one leg. So you'll just have like a half of a lunge stance, and you're trying to keep your legs straight, and we'll just be bowing forward. And rather than walking with them like we do sometimes with those single leg deadlifts, we'll just keep this staggered stance for 6 reps, and then we'll switch sides. And you can decide if you want to weight. You don't even have to weight these if you don't want to, but you can also weight them by putting 2 weights, 1 at each side. You could hold a weight in the goblet position, which is going to be a little bit tougher though, because as you hinge forward, that weight is going to really want to like pull you against you more, because you're not keeping it in your center of gravity as much as you would if you were holding them in that suitcase position. So you can kind of think about that when you're deciding how to weight these, but we're going to do 6 per side. I also was reading about this tip that said if you have like a leg that's weaker, you should try to start with that leg, because you can be like stronger earlier in the sets. Anyway, something you can think about if you know that you have like a non-dominant leg or one is weaker in these movements, maybe try starting with that leg. I haven't experimented with that theory myself yet, but I don't know, if you want to think about that, you can. Okay, we're gonna do 6 reps per side. I'm trying to decide how much weight I want to do. Eric. And so I'll get into that staggered stance, and then you'll do 6 reps per side. Kind of want to do it in the front rack, but maybe not. Let's see. And just nice and slow and steady. Six per side. And really try to focus on keeping your hips square as you do these, like both toes pointing forward. Okay, 6 per side. And then next, we're gonna do an upright row. And we're gonna do 12 reps, and you can decide if you wanna do these like with a really light weight and do them one arm 12 reps, or maybe double if you had 2 dumbbells that were light. But you're gonna keep your hips square, there's not any action from your hips, tight midline, and you're just gonna pull the dumbbell straight up to your chest, keeping your elbow high and the weight in front. And we're gonna do 12 reps, and weight depending, maybe you got both hands on your weight because it's heavier, but you can decide how you wanna weight that as well. But 12 reps for our upright row. And nice and light on those is good for me. And after we do 12 of those, we're going to do 12 hanging power cleans. And so same thing, you can weight 1 dumbbell in each hand, or you can put 1 dumbbell out in front, but we're going to do 12 reps of your hang power clean. And so these ones, as you hinge forward, Try to get the weight all the way to your knees before then pulling up, jumping, and shrugging nice and fast. Try to be fast with your clean as you come up. So kind of like a slow dip, and then really fast, be explosive, slam your hips forward, jump, shrug, and catch in that front rack position. And then do that 12 times. And you don't have to stop at the knees. I think I just stopped to talk there, but just kind of a slower dip, and then really explosive on the way up. And you can also like really move your feet in the air so that you can catch yourself as strong and quick as you push yourself off the ground to lift off. But you'll do 12 reps of these hang power cleans. I feel like you can really be explosive. We've been practicing these cleans for a while now, so you can really go for it. And then after you do your 12 cleans, you're gonna take a little rest. And we're gonna do 4 sets of that stuff. And so we'll take the next, I don't know, maybe as much as 15 minutes to do this next part. Your 6 per side, staggered stance Rdls, 12 upright row, 12 hang power clean, and then like a 1 minute rest. I think it'll take more like maybe 12 minutes.
For the upright row,
Yeah.
if I'm doing only one hand, should I do 6 per side or you say 12 per side?
I think you can decide how heavy it is and how it feels. Like between 6 to 12 per side.
Okay.
Especially on in one arm, because I think that a little bit of weight makes a really big difference. So even if your weight is like manageable, the difference between it being like super easy and super hard might only be a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
So you can kind of decide what makes sense for you. Like we're gonna do 4 sets. The last set should be hard. Maybe the last 2 sets are like moderately hard. And so like you can kind of scale your weight by that. But at the same time, you shouldn't have to like set the weight down in the middle of your set. But you want the last one to like still be hard. And actually that's kind of just like in general when you're trying to decide like what weight to use or how many reps, like if you know how many sets you're doing, you want like the last set to be hard but doable. And sometimes you guess wrong and that's totally fine, but that's kind of what you're trying to guess at when you're choosing your weights. Good question, Gina. Okay, but I guess it's been about a minute to rest. This is why I need everybody here to work out with me, because after one set and I rest when I'm working out by myself, I spend like 10 minutes just not doing it again. But we can do another set. Okay, 6 per side. Staggered stance Rdls, nice and slow and steady. Erg. Hang power clean, upright row. Also, I think for this next set, if I have the right band in here, I might do these banded. If you have a band and like something low to the ground, you can also do these upright rows banded, which can be kind of good stimulus. So So you just get the band, like, oh, also you can stand on it. That'd be a good idea too. And then you just kind of pull straight up. You can get more or less tension depending on how it feels. And it'll be a little harder at the end range of motion. You can still just be nice and slow and steady. And then your 12 hang power cleans. You're probably getting ahead of me. Try to be fast and explosive. And just take as much rest as you want between sets.
Look at Sailor. Right when mom's trying to work.
Oh, Sailor.
I thought Sailor's butt was up in the air, but it's the kettlebell.
Yeah. And her up in the air isn't that high either.
Oh, that's funny. I can't see anything because my phone screen's all fucked up. But
Well, imagine having all your stuff right by your feet and your 28-pound force and think, oh, this is my perfect spot to nest.
well, that's good awareness drill. Body control. Herg. For some reason I keep thinking I'm using 2 dumbbells, but I'm not. I'm just using 1. I don't know why I keep the other one in my way out here. But I guess it's just one of those days. Six per side, staggered stance deadlifts, 12 upright row of your choice. Single arm, double arm, banded. And then rest, and then one more set. I think that was 3 times. Oh no, I need to do my hang power cleans. You all keep me on track here. 12 hang power cleans, don't forget. Well, the romantic lighting kicked in. Okay, in 30 seconds I'm gonna do one last set. We have like a few minutes, 3 or 4 minutes to finish up. Continuing to go at your own pace. And 6 per side, Rdls, 12, upright row, 12, hang power clean. Don't forget. Here. I'm gonna start with this leg forward. Don't forget about your hang power cleans. take another minute. Rest and finish up. Okay. Next, we're gonna do some more deadlifts, but this time we're gonna do a sumo deadlift. And for your sumo deadlift, we kind of talked about these a little bit once upon a time. You're gonna try to keep a really wide stance with your toes out. Your feet should be outside your shoulders. And you're gonna like bow forward, keeping your knees pretty straight and your back flat until the weight gets to your knees, at which point you can then kind of bend your knees and sit your butt down. And just as low as you feel like going. Again, bowing forward to your knees, bending your knees to finish off. And trying to keep your back flat by pinching your shoulder blades down and back and reaching up with your hips as you hinge forward. And we're also gonna do some single arm hang power cleans. So now you will hold the weight in one side and you're just gonna do the same thing, kind of jump shrug. And if you were doing it with two weights before, but one on each side, now you're just gonna do it one arm at a time. And the way it's gonna work is you're gonna have 30 seconds to do cleans on each side. And then you'll switch arms at 30 seconds. And then we're gonna have 2 minutes per set. You'll have the remaining time to do 8 sumo deadlifts, and then we'll rest, and we'll do that for 4 sets. And so it will be 8 total minutes, hang power cleans, plus sumo deadlifts. And we'll do it 4 times. And it's gonna start with your single arm. Come on, stupid clock. It's gonna start with your single arm hang power clean. 30 seconds per side. 3, 2, 1, go! I feel so uncoordinated when I do these on my left side. And the weight can go as low as you want, like all the way to the floor, even if that feels good, or just to your knees. Sometimes I like kind of setting it on the ground for a second and then going into my next rep. 3, 2, 1, switch arms. More seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then 8 sumo deadlifts. Again, that wide stance. And then just rest until we start the next set, which will be in 30 seconds. We'll do this 3 more times. Ten seconds. more seconds till the next set. More seconds. Back to our hang power clean, or one arm clean, I guess. Ready, set, go. Because you can do them from the floor if you want. Three, two, one, switch. Three, two, one, 8 deadlifts. One more time, I think. When the clock gets to 8, we'll stop, which I think is one more round. And 10 seconds. Back to those cleans. 3, 2, 1, go! Three, two, one, switch. Three, two, one, deadlift. And then rest. Okay, and we are going to do one last thing. We're just going to do as many rounds as you can in 6 minutes. So we'll still like rest for another like 1 or 2 minutes. It'll just be 6 short minutes of 6 bent row. Both hands on your weight. Hinging forward and then pulling up to your chest. So we're going to do 12 bent row. Sorry, I can't remember if I said the right number just now. We're going to do an AMRAP for 6 minutes. 12 bent row. 12 swings. Holding your weight however you want, really. But 12 row, 12 swings, 12 sit-ups. And sit-ups with no weight. Just trying to get your back all the way down and then up again. And we'll do that for 6 minutes, as many times as you can. 12 bent row, 12 swings, 12 sit-ups. And then I'll definitely be sweaty enough for today. Bent row, 12 swings, 12 sit-ups. Every single day me and this clock have a very zen moment. There we go. Let's see. She'll be fine. Okay. We'll give another like 30 seconds before we start. But I know we just want to get it over with at this point. 12 bent row, 12 swings, 12 sit-ups for 6 minutes. And we'll start in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go! 12 row, 12 swings, 12 sit-ups. First. Bent row, swing, sit up. We're at 3 minutes, so halfway. more minutes. Keep it up. One more minute. Thirty seconds. Three, two, one, and rest. Wow. Oh my gosh, we did a lot of stuff. Good job. I'm just gonna do. Woo, Lexi, we're here. Also, you'll probably watch again someday.
I was watching a recording on Tuesday, and it was just me and you
Perfect.
on the video, and I responded back to you live. I'm like, who's not there, Lexi? This is embarrassing.
That's so cute. I love that. Yeah, like Khalees and Maggie texted me one time that was like, I guess like Shira was going down to visit them or something, and so I was like, oh, say hi to them. And then they were like, hi, Chardy! Which I guess also hi to everybody who watches. It's always so funny.
Can I take a photo of everybody?
Yee.
1, 2, 3, yay! Okay, thank you. Thanks for a great workout, Chardy. Wow, that was hard.
I know, that was good.
In particular, the bent row.
Yeah, I was feeling that. I was like kind of thinking about it because it was just kind of like all like posterior chain like pulls. Today was like the day, but I was thinking, I was like, man, I wonder if these bent rows will be hard. But like, because we've already done the upright row, we've already done the RDL, we've already done the cleans. Like, we haven't done like a bent row, but we've done like all those other rows. And they were definitely harder than I thought they were gonna be. That was good. Wow.
Thanks, Chardy. Nice to be back.
So good to see everybody. That was sweet. You the best.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Got to run because I have work, but I'll stay a minute. Just to say hi.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little butterfly.
You're cold.
You can see me better now.
I can see your whole garage because now there's no longer like 2 other boxes on the screen. You know?
Right. I'm just doing a little butterfly.